Bobby Fitzpatrick. Bobby Fitzpatrick is dead. Bobby Fitzpatrick. What's going on in his head?
All right there, kids. If I ever became Prime Minister, which I probably will one day, I'd start by banning. They ban everything these days, don't they? You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't have a smoke in a pub. You can't have a few pints after work with your mates because it's unhealthy. You can't use salt. You can't use butter. They'll be charging you to have a piss next. Actually, Liverpool won already do. 20 friggin' pence to spend a penny. I don't go there anymore unless I need a shit. Gotta get me money's worth, like. Isn't golf the worst game you've ever seen? You smack a ball as far as you can, then walk a mile, try and find it, and hit it again. It's like a slow-down version of ice hockey, but without the violence, skill, and excitement. I must say, though, that Tiger Woods has brought a little bit of excitement back into it, hasn't he? In the olds, Tiger, in the olds! I was walking down Silverdale Avenue on Tuesday to get me Echo from Shafts. That's the owner of the corner shop and not the 70s private detective played by Richard Roundtree. Anyway, I was on my way in, and a 14-year-old girl came out wearing pyjamas and Ugg boots. What's going on there, like? It's 3:15, love, I said. Time, mate, she said. I've got to pick me girls up from school. Kids having kids, eh? It's a mad friggin' world, I'll tell you. I was on the bus the other day taking me weekly trip to the Carnarvon pub in town to meet my old mate Charlie Dazzledore, when a woman got on with the biggest bloody pram I've ever seen. It had a second floor. You could have got 16 kids in it and a full shop from the Lidl. She was mowing old folk down in a path. It was a friggin' massacre. It had jet engines, I'm telling you. She pulls this kid out and sits her on her knee. Don't make a friggin' show of me, Portia, she said. Portia. That's a friggin' car, love, not a name for a girl. Does she think by naming her Sprog after a prestigious European sports car it's going to make her a better class of woman in the future? No. She'll be working in the Kentucky and the Brooklyn and heroin addict by 17, I'm telling you. Call her Larder Classic and give her a chance to move up in life. If I had daughters, I'd call them Clitoris and Chlamydia. That would give the passengers something to laugh at. I was thinking of starting my own religion last week. That Scientology lark tells us that 75 million years ago, aliens came to Earth and began our civilization. What a load of tosh. Get back to cheesy 80s films, Tom Cruise, and stop pissing about. Days of Thunder 2 is what I'm waiting for. My religion would be called crochyology. Basically, you do frig all, wander the streets until Tuesday when you sign on, get given an item called dole, and waste it on shite. If you do this, the spirit of crochyology will reward you with gifts of rent-free accommodation and 90-inch widescreen tellies that are more expensive than your bird's fake tits. Join my order, people, I say! I went to see that new film, Twilight, last Thursday. What a load of crap! They don't make vampire films like they used to. It's all good-looking teens and multiple orgasms now, innit? None of that with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. They were class. I was thinking about writing my own vampire film set in Kirby about a group of bloodthirsty uddies hanging around the streets with big devil dogs possessed by Satan. I'm going to call it Dracula's. Doesn't Bono get on your nerves, eh? Every time there's a freaking disaster, he's there, isn't he? First in line at the bloody recording studio to lay down his vocals for a crappy charity song. Well, tonight, oh, piss off, Bono, and get a life and stop gegging in, lads. Unpuddy Vince, you will play, fella.